Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to turn this cheap car into downhill racer. And the reason I'm doing that with this car is that me and my two friends from work decided to make a little contest between the three of us. They are not customizers of cars as same as I, but they decided to take the bet and we all bought these three cheap looking cars. And the reason we bought this one instead of Hot Wheels or Matchbox is because they don't have the tools to tap new threads for their cars. So we settled down on buying these cheap ones because they have these screws already. So each one of us took the same car, and the winner on this contest will be the car that will travel the longest distance. And now for some details about the contest itself. The downhill track we're going to compete on is going to be a combination of a smooth downhill section and then a rough section because the floor is kind of a wooden floor, and then we need a car that can go fast on the track but be stable enough to withstand the bumpy section of the wooden floor. Having these two different conditions in my mind, I thought that maybe I should have faster wheels as well as working suspension, because the contest is all about who's getting the longest distance of ride, and the car that will be fast but stable will be the one that will win the race. So I have to build a car that is both fast and efficient while descending, and then when it hits the bumpy section it needs to absorb and to handle the bumpy ride. Now you can see that my plan is to create a natural suspension system like in a real car, where the wheels are traveling inside and from the inner part of the fenders. And since I've already used a narrow axle, then I had to trim the base, and now I need to create the channels in which the axle will be able to move up and down. For this part I'm using this metal plate here, and you can see it is a very easy material to work with because you can shape it and also fold it and cut it, and it allows a very strong construction for the base. I'm very interested about what tricks my friends are going to use on their cars in order to make them travel the longest distance. I know the majority of people would do the easy trick of adding weight for your car, but I'm not too sure that this only trick will work in our case. Now I can see that I have not too much of space inside my car, and I will need to take few extra bit of parts from the plastic interior piece. Now you can see I'm cutting this channel here, and it will allow the wheel to move up and down. As I mentioned earlier, I don't need this piece here, and I'm using my jeweler's saw in order to remove it. It may sound strange, but I kind of like working with these Hot Wheels knockoffs. And the reason I'm starting to like them is because the bodies are thin, and it is very easy to take off material from them. If it was a real Hot Wheels car, then I would have to struggle with my Dremel until I will be able to take enough material from the fenders. However, on this case, since it's a cheap knockoff, then the fenders are already very thin, so I don't have to work really hard until I will achieve the right thickness. Now it is time to adjust the suspension system. As you see, I'm using a little bit of my Dremel in order to remove some of the thickness. After completing the suspension system for this base, I need to start my testings and see which wheels I'm going to use eventually. In order to create a car that will maintain its speed and will be able to travel the longest distance, I need to add weight for this car. And I've created this secret compartment at the back and filled it with screws. Now, I don't want my friends to know about this, so I'm painting the rear windows with this matte black color. Now, the paint will not be too fancy because this car will probably get damaged. So here it is after painting the body with some metallic blue, and just for the vibe I've added the racing decals. The suspension is nice and soft, and although I didn't use any faster than ever wheels, these wheels are fast enough, and I think the car is ready. Tomorrow, me and my friends will meet up, and then I will see their cars and I will learn what tricks they've made, and I really hope the competition will be interesting. Now, for the sake of comparison, here is my daughter's car. It is this pink Ford Escort. The only change I've made for her car is the use of Hot Wheels wheel set. And at the back you can see her car doesn't have the taillights and also the number plate, which I had to fabricate from scratch for my blue Ford Escort. Okay, so now I have to wait and see which car will bring the best result, and I hope I will not fail you. So in the meantime, take care, and I will see you at my next video with the results. Bye bye.